Om Shanti. This is Rose from Brahma Kumari's Inner Space, Glasgow. And we're going to look at, are you adored or criticized? So, do you want to be adored or do you want to be criticized? Are you comfortable in both these positions? Truth and the truth. Do you feel, how do you feel? When I know who I am, there's a sweet contentment that fills my being. And when I get that wonderful feeling of soul awareness, then I don't feel any competition or anxiety about my own worth. Am I just being me? Is just being me good? If others appreciate me, then that's lovely, and if not, well, that's also okay. The point is, I have to appreciate myself. All of us have to appreciate our own selves. So if I try to prove I'm worthy, this can trap me in ego, because I'll try so hard to please other people. And then I'll be so pleased with myself for having pleased other people, I'll be trapped. We have identities such as I am Scottish, Indian, Chinese, I'm a singer, an artist, a teacher, I'm a daughter, a mother, a brother. But these labels trap me in a false sense of security. Everything changes. So I have to get it into my mind that everything changes, nothing stays the same. An identity which is fixed and unchanging is not realistic. So these labels can all change. Suddenly I'm not a singer anymore. I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm not a mother anymore. And so if I could think like this, realize these labels, even these labels that I want to hold on to and that break my heart, they cannot stay fixed. It's an illusion. Is it an illusion or ego? So to be an actor and play the part, but not to get trapped. And a good checking point is to see whether I get emotional. So if I lose any of these labels and I get so upset, this is a good checking point. This shows me attachment and ego. Things I wish were fixed but are changing. So today in the media, big personalities are worshipped. And the bigger the ego, the more attention, adoration or criticism. So would it be wise to bypass being adored or criticized for a few physical skills, talents or attributes? So I'm just so happy because I'm a singer and everyone praises that. And then I lose my voice. It's interesting. If I attach my worth to temporary characteristics, then it will be a wobbly foundation for self-respect, and contentment will be impossible. So meditation and self-awareness will help me to experience that I am okay. I am okay. And go beyond the ups and downs of being adored for my skills or criticized for that which I think I don't have. People look at and say, well, I'm not sure that I like this. Both of those things are bound to happen, actually. So if I go beyond getting upset by either of these things, I can then appreciate everyone. And then I can also learn to share my gratitude. Not because I want them to like me, but because it's true. Now, this is rather wonderful. It frees us from such feelings of dependency and illusion and trying to please other people and trying to make the self what other people want me to be, and trying to hold on to what I think was my greatest characteristics. But there's a time for everything, and if they've gone, they've gone. It's something to think about, that I'm no longer the mother. I'm no longer the sister. I'm no longer the wife. I'm no longer the singer or the artist. And so when I can look at that, I can simply be me. And if others don't like the simple me, then that's fine. It makes me very free. I'm an actor. I can accept. I don't have to please the crowd. Wow, I can bow. It's the end of the drama. I can be myself. Okay. Om Shanti.
So these spiritual ideas make so much sense. I can see the logic in it. I can see why the pain comes through ego and attachment. But they're also very, very challenging. Mm-hmm. Because when I start to try and free myself, wow. How does meditation help me?
Well, quite often you may free yourself from being in a certain role, but others will not free you from that. They keep wanting to hold on to you in that role. So what do you do there? When I practice meditation and I see my own strength and dignity, my real me, then that's the way it is. And others just have to take it or leave it and adjust. But you also have to be merciful, and that you have to be very sweet and kind and reasonable in your detaching. You don't just jump away and leave people to flounder, wondering what's going on. But you need to make it very clear that this is who you are, but in a way that they can take, because they can't always take you've become a spiritual personality. So you need to smile and be friendly.
So is it more just about me not wanting to extract from other people and from those labels? So like, I don't try and take happiness, and then I don't blame for unhappiness, but I still play the part.
Yeah. But in a lot of cases, the other side of the coin couldn't care less whether you played that role or not. It's you that want the accolade or the appreciation for playing that role. Others are away doing something else, and they're just thinking that's who you are, and they're not questioning it, and they think you still are that, but they were never into it in the first place, and they never praised you for it in the first place, so they're not missing the fact that you don't play it anymore. It's you that think, why are they not appreciating this? It's I, the soul, that has to become non-dependent.
Yeah. It's this wanting to be adored, isn't it? It's like everybody wants to feel special, and somehow if I make people get attached to me. I think they think I'm special, but quite often, as you're saying, they'll just go and get a new one.
I think we want to feel that we exist.
Yeah.
If people stop noticing us, it's like, I don't exist anymore. It's very delicate, and it comes from so many angles and many different forms.
So what's a more spiritual or long-lasting or true sense of self-worth? How do I develop that so that I don't fall into the trap that causes so much pain?
I think the more and more I can know who I truly am and what my future is going to be and the benefits that are coming to me now, then teach myself to appreciate my good fortune, who I am now. And what's happening to me now is like incredible. And if I could teach that to myself, teach myself that I can help others just through my subtle good vibrations of change of attitude. And that is the wonder, really. Otherwise, I'm not appreciating the changes in myself, which are amazing and could only take place through Raja Yoga meditation. So otherwise, why am I doing meditation if I don't even appreciate the bonuses and the benefits and what's happening through meditation?
Yeah, I suppose you could only start to take on these ideas with the practice of meditation.
Yeah.
You need that space.
Yeah.
You said the other day that your job is to uplift people. Is that connected with this whole aspect of self-worth? It seemed to be, you're talking about fortune and how lucky I am, and is that how you develop true self-respect, a feeling of like adoring the true self through understanding your role of upliftment?
Yeah. Upliftment is not as wondrous as it sounds, and yet more wonderful than we understand. Because you can work at uplifting people forever and they never seem to get uplifted. But at the same time, you are subtly having a beneficial effect. But if you sort of put all your emotions into what is the outcome here, how can I see what's happening here, then you'll be daunted. You'll feel that it's not working, but it will be working. And today we were hearing that we're like a wireless. Our vibrations are like a wireless. And I was seeing that whatever we inculcate in ourselves that's good is in ourselves. It's in ourselves. We've put it there. And whatever we then put out, we can put it out through our energy, through a smile, through good wishes, through lightness of spirit. We put it out. And so the putting out is like the wireless, putting out the good that's already in us. And if I can keep remembering that I'm putting out through the wireless of my intellect, then whatever, it'll be touching the whole world. I don't know the whole world. I don't see who are having the effect of this, but there will be. And the souls that are being affected by whatever I put out will be in connection with me for a long, long time. And so it's people that I love that will be being touched. That keeps me motivated. I have to keep putting good stuff out there.
I can see then that it is about like real pure love and real deep caring. It's not a coldness, this practice that you're describing. It's really, really cherishing yourself and others.
And
deeply.
others, yeah, deeply. So
I like the phrase, I am okay. I find that very, very soothing.
Okay is a very powerful expression. I'm okay. When I think like that, I feel I am okay. Good, bad or whatever, I'm okay because I'm dealing with it, I'm sorting it out, I'm fine, I'm doing fine, I'm okay. It's very powerful. It's very simple, very powerful. Keep telling the self, it's reassuring. I'm okay.
Yeah. And finally, could you just say something about everything changes? Because you're saying, I am okay, is very reassuring. Everything changes. Sometimes that feels very unsettling, actually. Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it feels unsettling. So this awareness that everything changes.
Everything has to change, because if you wake up in the morning, the weather's different, the people around you are acting different. Everything changes all the time. And funnily enough, we have this little habit. I don't want it to change. I want it to be the same. And I want it to be the way I want it to be. So yesterday I thought this, and I thought that maybe tomorrow it'll be this, and then it's not, because it's changed. And that can be quite daunting, because we think, why is it changed? What's happened there? But usually change is very subtle until it reaches a kind of climax, and it has definitely changed. And at that point we think, what happened? What can I do? But by that time you can't do anything, because the change was slow and subtle and definite, moving in a different direction. And then we get a shock, and then we can have fear, and then we can have a feeling of loss. But by which time it has changed. But the drama changes because time changes. And we moved from one age to another age, to another age, to another age. And we changed. We're not the same as we were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. We changed. So everyone else changes. And everything else changes. And the world has changed dramatically in 10 years. Dramatically. And it was slow. And you didn't notice it so much 10 years ago. And now you see it. Now it's changes. Changes are faster.
Is there anything that doesn't change?
The one above, the divine, the Supreme Soul, the Father. The Father knows it's all got to change. And that's why we practice meditation. Because when we practice meditation, we focus on the one that never changes. The one that's stable ocean of peace, love and bliss. And who encourages us to be the same. To say no matter what happens, stay stable in your original religion of peace, love and happiness. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So we sit down to meditate and do our best to go into a stillness inside. And if I can think of myself as the energy in the center of the forehead and focus on my own inner peace and stillness, and think that everyone in the world is a soul, and think of the one above, who's the Father of all souls, and remember over and over, I am a point of living energy, a soul, the life energy that moves this body around. And it's up to I, the soul, to understand I, the soul, and look at the different roles that I play as the soul in the body. When I know who I am, there is contentment and sweetness that fills my being, and I can get that wonderful feeling of awareness of the soul, and then I don't feel any competition or anxiety about my worth. Just being me is good. And if others appreciate me, then that's okay. If not, that's also okay. So if I try to prove that I'm worthy, this can trap me in ego. I am Scottish, Indian, Chinese, a singer, artist, teacher, or I'm a daughter, a mother, a brother. These labels trap me in a false sense of security. Everything changes. Identity which is fixed and unchanging is not realistic. It's an illusion or ego. So play the part of being an actor, but don't get trapped. It's good to have a look to see when I get emotional. This can show me attachments, ego, things I wish were fixed but are changing. Today, big personalities are worshipped, and the bigger the ego, the more attention, adoration or criticism. So would it be wise to bypass being adored or criticized for a few physical skills, talents and attributes? So Raj Yoga teaches me that if I attach my worth to temporary characteristics, then it will be a very wobbly foundation for my own self-respect and contentment. Respect for myself will be impossible. I can appreciate everyone and also learn to share my gratitude, not because I want them to like me, but because it is true. And the truth is that all of us are points of living life energy, a soul. And as we play our part, everything is changing. It isn't fixed. I can remember the one above. and appreciate my own strength and my own characteristics, this also teaches me to appreciate the strengths and characteristics of others and the different roles that everyone plays. Nothing is fixed. Everything changes. A soul, the life energy. In the center of the forehead, a soul, the life energy. And if I can think of myself as the energy in the center of the forehead and focus on my own inner peace and stillness, and think that everyone in the world is a soul, and think of the one above, who's the Father of all souls, and remember over and over, I am a point of living energy, a soul, the life energy that moves this body around. And it's up to I, the soul, to understand I, the soul, and look at the different roles that I play as the soul in the body. And remember over and over, I am a point of living energy, a soul. Om Shanti.